Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, a mom helps her son move into a frat house but is shocked by what she finds.
Also, for only the third time in history, men are in the minority on this issue.
All that and more on the way next. Have you seen the Avengers Doomsday trailer? No, not the one that sucked. The new one.
There's a new one.
Yeah, 8772 RadioU or the talkback button in the RadioU app. This weekend was D23.
Yes, I did see this.
Disney Expo. And so there was all kinds of announcements and reveals about upcoming movies and stuff like that, shows. And one of them, one of the releases was a brand new trailer for Avengers Doomsday. And so we can send it if you text the word Doomsday to 8772 RadioU. And Allie, I don't know if you've seen this, but I don't understand why they didn't put this trailer out in the first place.
Really? It's that much? It's that like it's better.
Yeah,
way better.
Yeah, but the tough thing is now I have to justify in my mind. Do I want to trust the new trailer?
Right.
Or do I want to trust the old trailer? I mean, it's not like they look like they're from different movies, but it's just like the first trailer was so bad. And just, it generated no excitement or feeling whatsoever.
Yeah.
Whereas this new one, like now I understand if this was the trailer we got all along, I think many more people would be bought in and excited for the new movie.
Yeah, I was honestly bummed that they didn't go ahead and release the new trailer when Spider-Man came out, like play it in front of Spider-Man. A lot of people thought and assumed that's what was going to happen, but the trailer that played before Spider-Man was the other trailer, the original one. And yeah, I would agree with you. It's pretty middling, and a lot of things in it I had problems with because I just was like rolling my eyes.
Yeah, it just felt like a cameo fest.
Yeah, cameo fest, but also like things were being said about the plot, revealing plot lines and everything that I was just like, this is not going to be very fun to me because it's unearned. So I wasn't happy with that. It didn't seem like the plot was going to be very strong. I have not watched the new trailer yet.
Oh, no.
So
this one builds.
I need to see it.
This one actually, it doesn't give him a lot of lines or, much, but it builds up the Doctor Doom side of things where it's actually making you buy into, okay, he's a bad villain.
Okay.
He's done something horrible.
Okay.
And now this is why everybody's teaming up. But they also don't go ahead and show 25 different superheroes.
Yeah.
They give you a couple of the big ones and that's it.
That's a good thing, I feel like. But again, that does still make me not worry, but like it makes me think they're hiding people because we already saw a bunch of them, in the original trailer. So I think they listened to the criticism and, probably reworked the second trailer.
Maybe that's why it wasn't in front of Spider-Man Brand New Day, because they're like, we need a little more time. They might have had one ready for that, but they're like, wait, this sucks. People aren't going to like this. But if they're responsive, sometimes that can get you in trouble, but also sometimes that gets you regular looking Sonic instead of crazy face Sonic.
True.
So sometimes it works to listen.
Sometimes it can work. I feel like it's a little too late to change the movie that's coming out in December, but or is it November when it comes out?
No, it's December.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
18th, I think, is Doomsday.
Right before Christmas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a little too late to change the movie, but at least they were able to make the trailer tolerable.
I was all excited about the movie now that the trailer's better, and then you just had to come in and rain on my parade by reminding me that Christmas is on a weekend.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But is.
Was there anything else announced or shown at D23 that caught your eye?
Oh, yes.
Wait.
Should we wait? Second break.
Why don't you look through and
Oh, I already know.
Okay, you know.
My social media was flooded with a certain thing, and I am very happy about it.
Okay, let's save that for next. The things other than the Avengers Doomsday trailer that's actually good, that caught our eye from D23. If there's anything you saw, definitely let us know. 8772 RadioU. We'll do it. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. We just caught up on the new Avengers Doomsday trailer that was put out for D23, the big Disney Expo that's this weekend, and there was so much announced there. Allie, you did get to now see the Avengers Doomsday new trailer. I mean, it's much better, isn't it?
It's definitely much better, and I like that it was a lot more action-packed. I will say the one shot of, like, Thor versus Doctor Doom feels like a repeat recycle thing because they've definitely done that exact thing before where somebody stops Thor's hammer and there's like all the lightning and everything.
Yeah.
So, but it's still pretty fun, and I'm still excited to see that movie.
It's also funny hearing it for a second time. Mr. Fantastic yelling at Doctor Doom, going, "Answer me, Victor! Did you do this?" And I'm like, "Is that your cat?"
I know.
You're yelling at?
I know. Pedro Pascal.
Evil villain.
Right. Pedro Pascal.
You're yelling at him like he's your child.
I've gotten a little tired of, not tired of, but just like, there's something about his acting that just isn't for me anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
I don't know if it's the acting or just bad writing. Why would you yell that at a
I think it's a combination
evil robot man?
Combination of both, probably.
So what else at D23 though caught your eye? Because there was, I think it's called D23 because there was 23 things they announced.
Yeah, they announced a lot this year, but there were two particular things that were in my feed a bunch. The first thing and the main thing was lots and little glimpses and pictures and video from the live action Tangled.
Yeah,
which I know I've mentioned is like the first live action Disney movie I've been excited for in a very, very long time since they broke my heart many years ago. So I'm very excited for that one. I didn't realize it's not coming out until March of 2028.
Yeah.
So they've like literally just started filming that.
Yeah, the look that I saw, it's the Tegan Croft as Rapunzel.
Yes.
And the guy
Milo Manheim.
Yeah, and they're actually in Spain going like, we're filming here, so we can't be at the expo.
I love that they're filming on location somewhere, by the way, and not just in some like, you know, on a soundstage or something. That's going to make the movie even more beautiful. So I'm happy about that. So I saw a lot of that, and I'm very excited about that movie. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. And I think another thing that also was in my feed a bunch was Princess Diaries 3, the confirmation that that's coming out. And I think the reason why it was in my feed so much is because I had a girls' trip this weekend and we watched the first two Princess Diaries. So my phone must have been listening or something. And so I saw all the clips of Anne Hathaway being like, Princess Diaries 3 is coming.
That's crazy because I just watched the Princess Diaries for the first time.
You just watched the first one for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, what did you think?
And Mrs.
Are you going to give your review for Box Office Breakdown?
I have a different movie that's much more current.
Okay.
that I can review instead.
Yes.
But the Princess Diaries, I wasn't even going to mention it because I didn't want to be so negative. And it's like, it's not as a bad movie, but it was so long. I was like, how is this movie this long?
Okay.
I was just like, why is this not ended yet? So
it is pretty long. Yeah.
It was just, it was fine. It was a fine early 2000s
I loved that movie as a kid. I still do. I mean, I didn't have any qualms watching it this weekend, but as a kid, I watched that a lot, even with short attention span of a child.
There was a lot at D23 of sequels announced. There's a live action Lilo and Stitch 2.
Oh no.
Ice Age Boiling Point. They're making another Ice Age.
Incredibles 3. I saw that.
Incredibles 3. Coco 2.
Oh, Coco.
Zootopia 3.
Okay, I had a feeling Zootopia there'd be another one, and I'm excited for that.
So here's the other things that I thought was most interesting besides Tangled, and that is there's a Kingdom Hearts series that they're working on.
I saw that. I didn't even know Disney owned the rights to Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, of course. It's full of Disney stuff. And I think that... Oh, and the X-Men cast was revealed. Adam Driver is going to be the villain, Mr. Sinister.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, in addition to... They confirmed that Indy Navarrete from Obsession is going to be Rogue in the movie.
Oh, I love that too.
Yeah, so some big announcements for the X-Men movie.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so D23, I mean, there's some things to be excited about.
Exactly. Disney has a lot of properties, lots of IPs, so...
When you throw that many things out, at least some of them must be exciting.
Yeah.
We don't ever really do this, but I'm just going to straight up read this story that I found.
Okay.
From people.com.
Oh, boy.
The headline, exclusive. Mom moves 19-year-old son into his fraternity house and can't believe what she finds inside. Exclusive.
Okay.
It's a people exclusive.
What?
Nobody else got this story.
No one else knew that fraternities would be kind of shocking to moms?
Yeah, wait till you hear this. When Lori Massaro arrived to move her 19-year-old son into his fraternity house, the 61-year-old mom thought she had a pretty good idea of what fraternity living would look like. Turns out, she was wrong. A lifelong New Yorker and mother of four, Massaro lives on Long Island and teaches fashion business and technology at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. She attended New York University as a commuter student, and while her older son, Joe, belonged to a fraternity, he never lived in the house.
Okay.
Her youngest son, Will, is a sophomore at the University of Delaware, where he majors in accounting and belongs to a fraternity. After pledging as a freshman, Will was excited to spend his sophomore year living alongside his fraternity brothers. Quote, I've never had any personal experience with fraternity houses, Massaro tells people exclusively. So when Will decided he wanted to move into his fraternity house for his sophomore year, I really had no idea what to expect. In the months leading up to the move-in, Will had shown his parents the exterior of the house during a visit to the university. From the outside, Massaro says it, quote, looked fine. Her expectations were also shaped by a recent binge watch of Amazon Prime's Off Campus.
No!
Which had her imagining a very different kind of college house. Complete with, this is what she was picturing for a fraternity house. Quote, a beautiful kitchen with a big center island. Well, Will's fraternity house looked nothing like Garrett's house, Massaro says. That became clear on move-in day last week when Massaro and her family arrived. The front of the house didn't immediately raise any alarms, but when they drove around back to unload the car, she got her first look at what she was dealing with.
Oh, no.
Quote, there was random furniture and old couches piled up on the back porch and driveway, she says. It honestly looked like the Gallagher house from Shameless. This woman is very well watched.
Yeah, she watches lots of shows.
Inside, things weren't much better. Quote, the house itself looked like it was under construction, and to put it nicely, it definitely wasn't clean. The kitchen wasn't particularly shocking. There was no countertops, no cabinet. Oh, the kitchen was particularly shocking. I'm sorry. There was no countertops, no cabinets, and the refrigerator was actually sitting out in the hallway. The living room offered another surprise. Very old, very dirty couches.
Yeah.
Arranged in what Massaro describes as stadium seating. With the couches sitting on raised platforms. At first, the setup seemed completely bizarre, but she soon learned there was some logic to it. The arrangement allows everyone to see the TV while maximizing seating when the fraternity brothers are hanging out. During parties, she was told the couches are moved out to create more open space. There's still more, and we have to go.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe she was this shocked by this fraternity, because I'm seeing a video of it.
Yeah, she made a TikTok.
Yeah, it looks like every fraternity you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Like...
I don't know why.
There's nothing shocking about this at all.
Let me fast forward to, well, I mean, it's all my favorite part. With the rest of the house beyond her control, Massaro turned her attention to the one space she could fix.
Oh.
Will's bedroom. The previous occupant had left furniture behind, but the room was really dirty and some of the furniture was literally falling apart. The family ultimately bought Will a new mattress.
Okay.
At that point, my mom instincts definitely kicked in, she says. Rather than attempting to overhaul the entire house, Massaro focused on creating a space where she felt comfortable leaving her son. The family spent the day cleaning and setting up his room so he would have one clean, comfortable, and livable space to come home to.
Wow.
The rest of the house wasn't livable in her eyes.
Apparently, yeah.
I was still pretty horrified by the rest of the house, but I felt much better knowing that his own room was clean and safe, she says. Will, meanwhile, wasn't nearly as concerned. He is unbothered by the state of the house and can't wait to live with his fraternity brothers, Massaro says. He'll officially move in when the fall semester begins at the end of August. The last thing I will fast forward because there is more, but she set up a fraternity mom text group with the other frat boys' moms
No.
so that they can coordinate.
No. Oh, get out of here with this helicopter mom stuff. No. This is college.
I would feel bad for him, except now because he would get made fun of by the other frat brothers.
But now they're all
experiencing this. Their moms are going to be coming over at all times.
Well, I feel like he's still going to get made fun of because his mom's the one that started this whole thing.
Started it.
So they're going to be like, it was your mom who started it.
This is, I just can't.
I mean, if all you watched was...
It's killing me reading this.
If all you watched was off campus and that was your expectation of a fraternity, it's a bad expectation.
Yeah.
Like, it has all of the behavioral stuff that you see in fraternities or you know about from fraternities, but the house is, like, immaculate. And it does have a beautiful kitchen. And that is obviously not what you would experience at a real fraternity.
Is there another show you would recommend moms watch before moving their son into a fraternity house?
Maybe Shameless. Maybe that is the one to watch. I don't know. Or just, like, drive near a college campus and you'll see what fraternities actually look like.
Drive the alley behind. Yes. A massive jellyfish swarm has forced nuclear reactors to be shut down in France. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Here's what's crazy. This isn't the first time this has happened.
Okay.
In fact, it happened exactly 1 year ago to the day.
To the day?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. And the jellyfish, they're causing some massive problems because they shut this down a year ago.
Okay.
Shut down the whole nuclear power plant in France had to be shut down because of jellyfish.
Okay.
That was obviously a big inconvenience.
Yeah.
Concern. And so they spent supposedly millions of euros or thousands of euros.
Okay.
On preventative measures to try to make sure it never happened again.
Maybe they should have spent millions.
Yeah, probably, because you can see how well that worked.
It didn't work very well.
It didn't work at all. The jellyfish were back and caused the exact same problems. And so, a lot of concerns. My main concern is what effects is the nuclear going to have on the jellyfish?
Yeah.
Are they going to become radioactive and, gain superpowers?
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
But what effect is the nuclear reactors having currently on the jellyfish to make them revolt on the exact same day?
I think they must be drawn to it, right?
Yeah, something's happening, right? Like, what about this day, August 11th, is just making them be like, this is their purge day?
Yeah, that's right.
This is the day we must take down the nuclear reactor.
I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation that's just the water pattern,
I know
currents
it's got to be a coincidence, but like, it's wild that it's the same day.
1 year ago, exactly. 1 year apart, exactly.
Feels premeditated.
Yeah. Also, this reminds me that there is a song on the Radio U Throwback channel. I have no idea how it goes, but it's literally called Fluorescent Jellyfish.
Oh.
I wonder if that's about this incident. If it was
it's
predictive.
From the throwback.
Yeah.
So maybe this has always been happening.
Every year?
Maybe. We've just missed the story about it.
We missed it last year.
The story's been
and
buried.
And the last 30 years before that.
Yeah.
Before we were doing a show.
The story's been buried by the pro-nuclear, anti-jellyfish people. And we haven't seen it. That's the truth.
We've been keeping this underground.
The
only people that knew were, furthermore, the band from the Radio U Throwback channel.
Yes.
And the powers that be.
Yes.
And they kept it all under wraps.
Yeah.
Until last year.
Yeah. Until last year.
The secret is
out. The story finally broke through.
Yeah.
And now we get to see this pattern that's been happening. And the jellyfish are like, finally! We've been doing this over and over again on August 11th.
Yes.
And we finally realized that we are indeed trying to take down the nuclear reactor.
The jellyfish revolt is upon us. I recently learned this, Allie. Do you know what you're supposed to do if you get a jellyfish sting?
I've always heard that you're supposed to pee on it.
Yeah, I don't know if I recommend that. But
yeah.
Here's what you are supposed to do. It's not very helpful. Summer's almost over, but remember this for a year from now.
Okay.
For 11 months from now, when you go to the beach. If you get stung by a jellyfish, you're supposed to put shaving cream on it.
Shaving cream. That's much better than the alternative option.
If someone says to pee on your jellyfish sting and offer to do it, they're a weirdo.
Yeah, get away from me.
I would like shaving cream, please.
Yeah. Honestly, I was the kid when I heard that. I was like, I'll live with the pain, thank you. I don't want somebody peeing on me.
They always, I mean, I've heard that too, and I'm like, who is the peer in the situation?
Yeah, it's gonna be some weird guy that's like, I'll do it. I'll pee on her.
Or do you do it yourself? But like,
what? You can't do it yourself.
Why not?
Well, what if it's your leg? I guess you could do your leg, but I just feel like
if it's on your back,
there's limited options.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, there's limited options of where you could do it if you had to pee on yourself.
But shaving cream works anywhere.
Let's do the shaving cream.
Shaving cream, then you get a credit card and you scrape it off.
Add it to the beach bag.
Time for our Monday tradition, the box office breakdown, looking at what movies made money and what didn't in theaters this weekend. Let us know what you've watched. Was it something new in theaters? Was it something old at home? Something in between? 877-2-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the RadioU app. Number one in theaters, once again, was Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, I could see it.
Despite some solid new movies opening in theaters this weekend, Spider-Man Brand New Day still was far and away number one, making another $70 million.
Wow.
It has now crossed over $2 billion worldwide. It's the second fastest movie to ever do that. Only 8 movies have ever done that. And not adjusting for inflation. And Spider-Man Brand New Day is one of them.
What was the fastest? Was it Endgame?
It was Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame, despite Spider-Man Brand New Day opening slightly higher in its opening weekend, Endgame was able to get to $2 billion in just 11 days.
Wow.
Whereas Spider-Man Brand New Day took 18.
Okay.
So that was your big, clear number one. Number two, another movie that's made over $1 billion is The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Another $23 million. And then 3 and 4 are new releases. The End of Oak Street, the Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor dinosaur movie.
That was a new one, yep.
That made $21 million. And the Paw Patrol dinosaur movie was number 4, a close fourth, with $20.5 million.
Honestly, more than I thought a Paw Patrol movie was going to make.
I mean, people will take their kids to see movies.
It's true. We've learned this with Lilo and Stitch and Moana, the second Moana, not the live action. That one did horribly, but the second Moana made $1 billion.
When kids haven't gone back to school yet, I guess, and you're a parent, you're just like, what do we do?
We got to get them out of the heat sometimes. Yeah. And the best way to do that might be to go to the movies.
End of Oak Street. Tell me if you think this is so. It made $21 million in North America. It made $26 million overseas.
Oh,
so it's up to $47 million globally, and its budget is about $80 million.
Okay, that's not a terrible budget for a movie that I'm sure is reliant on CGI. Quite a bit of it.
Yeah, it wasn't a crazy budget, and so I mean, I feel like it might have hoped for a little better opening weekend. But I mean, it's not going to be a big bust.
Well, I don't remember seeing a whole lot about it, and so I feel like they probably didn't spend that much money on marketing, which was a good idea.
But the reviews are pretty positive.
Yeah, people said it was the best dinosaur movie since Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that might, maybe that will help it out in these coming weeks when it is kind of a slower time for movies for the rest of the summer. I definitely have something new I watched at home besides The Princess Diaries. Allie, you have something new to review as well?
I have a couple things, yes.
Oh boy, all right. Lock in and let us know your reviews, 877-2-RADIO-U. We'll see what we've all watched. RadioU, where music is going, 877-2-RADIO-U, or the talkback button in the RadioU app. Let us know what you've watched lately because we just did the box office breakdown looking at which movies made money in theaters this weekend. Spider-Man Brand New Day was number 1, followed by The Odyssey. Then came your new releases, The End of Oak Street and Paw Patrol, the Dino movie.
All right.
We heard from Jacob.
Yeah, I was just going to read that.
Yeah, he watched The End of Oak Street.
All right.
He said it was a letdown.
Oh.
While not a bad movie, it was overall forgettable. Anne Hathaway at least tried, unlike the rest of the cast. He also says, not a movie, but we did go see Disciple, top-tier RadioU band.
Yes, love Disciple.
Always a good show.
That's awesome, Jacob. Yeah, I was kind of worried, even with the really high reviews, that might just be critics overplaying their hand a little bit, trying to convince people to go
for
out
a
to
dinosaur
see that.
movie.
I feel like I just didn't buy it. I don't buy that it's the best since Jurassic Park.
William Bibbiani.
I know. I love you,
complimented
William.
it.
You better not be.
Wait, was it him or Kyle Smith?
That might have been Kyle Smith.
Yeah.
Well, I think William Bibbiani was Paw Patrol.
Yeah,
and
right.
we believe what William said because
Yes.
William was very
We
negative
trust
with the Paw Patrol.
William
thing.
Bibbiani of the rap. My favorite critic.
Yes.
He wouldn't steer us wrong. But Kyle Smith usually trustworthy too. So
Yeah, but maybe not all the time.
I mean, who are you going to trust, him or Jacob?
Jacob.
Yeah.
He listens to Radio U. Got good taste.
All right, what have you watched lately?
Okay, I had a weekend with my cousins, and anytime we spend like a girls' trip weekend together, we watch lots of movies. We watched 9 movies this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Most of them I'd already seen before, so I don't need to review a whole bunch. But I had never seen the movie Blast from the Past. Have you ever seen this?
No, I've never even heard of that.
It's with Brendan Fraser, Christopher Walken, Sissy Spacek, and it's basically in the 60s, there's the scare of like nuclear war,
Okay.
you know, and this guy who is like an engineer builds a bomb shelter, like a fallout shelter for his family. And he falsely believes that this bomb has gone off
Okay.
and that the world on top has been completely ruined. And so he sends his family down there. And at that time, his wife is pregnant with their son, who eventually, you know, is Brendan Fraser. And so they go into the bomb shelter thinking that, you know, the world is over because by accident, a plane, like freak accident, crashes into their house. So there is
Okay.
an explosion.
Yeah.
And he just thinks that's the nuclear bomb going off. And so they stay down there for 35 years because he believes that's how much time it'll need for, you know, the earth to, you know,
Okay.
heal a little bit or
Yeah.
whatever. And then they send their son, Brendan Fraser, back up to like check things out and go get supplies for them and everything. And they realize the world is fine and nothing happened, but this guy's up there now experiencing the world for the first time, and it's pretty fun, like the hijinks and all of that. So
That's a pretty good premise.
yes, it's a wild movie, so I really liked it though. And then the second thing, I finished House of the Dragon season 3, probably my least favorite season so far. They really
You were so excited when it started.
I was very excited, but I feel like they really pigeonholed themselves because the way that the book goes, they have to go a certain way, like with the main character that they focused on, which is Rhaenyra. And if you know how the books go, like there's her story, we know how her story ends. And so they had to really do like a 180 on her character in this season. And it was jarring, even though I know this is how it has to happen. It was jarring because it's like you focused on this character for 3 seasons and now she's completely different.
Yeah.
So
I watched on HBO Max Normal.
okay.
That's the newest Bob Odenkirk action movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And going into it, I had to watch a trailer to be like, did I watch this already? Or am I thinking of Nobody too?
I think you're thinking of Nobody too,
yeah,
right?
Because it was saying Normal is new on HBO Max. So I was like, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I thought I watched it. So I watched it. And it is definitely not as good as either of the Nobody movies.
Okay.
Because the premise is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just like, how can we come up with an excuse to have Bob Odenkirk and, fight a bunch of Yakuza and whatever, and like people die in ridiculous ways. But it's less like, the Nobody movies are very actiony.
Yeah.
This is a little less actiony and more kind of like bombs going off and stuff. And so there is some, hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
But it's less, less than John Wick or Nobody.
Yes, yeah.
Even though it's made by the same kind of crew. So
Okay.
it was an entertaining watch. Like, it's just a fun, like, time killer for 2 hours, but it wasn't as like memorable as the Nobody movies.
Yeah, the Nobody, especially the first one, so good and memorable. Like, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And Bob Odenkirk, I just always am entertained by.
Yeah.
I saw a video this weekend of him trying out for Michael Scott. And they're like, can you imagine this? And I was like, yeah, I actually can.
No, it'd probably go to work.
I think it would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
For just the 3rd time in history, more women are working than men in the
Wow.
United States.
Okay.
8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the Radio U app. The other 2 times this has happened were recent, but were very brief periods. More women were working than men during COVID.
Okay.
More women were working than men during the Great Recession.
Okay.
I believe that was because a lot of men probably got laid off.
Was that during like 2008? That recession?
So. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a greater one?
No, I don't think so, but I don't know why in my head I was thinking, I was like, wait, does that mean something else? But no, 2008.
It does show here that men's participation in the labor force has dropped dramatically in the last 100 years or so.
Okay.
You go back to like 1948, 86% of men were working.
Yeah.
Now it's just 67%.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty dramatic decrease.
Isn't that crazy that a third of men are not working?
Yeah, like what are they doing?
They are, I guess. Well, it says here that more men than ever before are living and receiving financial support from parents or partners.
Yep.
So stay-at-home boyfriends and dads.
Okay. If they're taking care of kids, that's at least a good thing. Mm-hmm. But if they're just at home, like doing nothing except playing video games or trying to become a Twitch streamer, then it's like, nah, bro.
What if they're like doing the dishes and laundry?
I mean, sure, but I don't know if I buy that they are. You know?
You think they're just sitting there playing video games? I think that's a harmful stereotype.
I kind of do. Yeah, maybe it is just a stereotype, but like I don't know. That number is a lot higher than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy, and the difference about this time is experts are theorizing that this one is not going to be as temporary.
This is the trajectory?
Yeah, in other words, women are going to continue to probably stay pretty stable with their jobs. And I mean, obviously that over the past 100 years, I'm sure has gone up.
Yeah.
The amount of women that are a part of the workforce, whereas men, it's gone down. And the problem is that many of the fields that are traditionally dominated by men are some of the fields that are the most likely to have job losses because of like AI and other, technology.
That's what I was kind of thinking too, of one of the reasons why we're seeing this is because I feel like studies have shown we as women in general, like we don't like risk when it comes to jobs. We are risk averse. And so we don't typically go for the job that is going to be more risky or a job that would get cut by something like AI. And so we tend to be in jobs that are a little more secure.
Well, I think this is just society's way of getting back at men. We've had it too good for too long.
Oh, yeah?
And they're like...
So now we let them go home and play video games?
No, now we're like, you're not going to be able to have a job. You have to live with your parents. Because we've been working around the clock. Men didn't even realize because they participated in this.
Yeah.
To create programs to replace men specifically. The women-dominated industries, healthcare... There's not a lot of AI taking the women's nursing jobs, So also, we may have gotten it all wrong because... If you like go back the last several years, there's been such a push, and I mean, I guess it was good, but to encourage women to pursue STEM careers.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do STEM.
We should have been encouraging men to take women's jobs in healthcare. And education
and like teachers, yes.
We should have been encouraging men to do that.
Because that's what we have found. Like AI is not good with the soft skills stuff, but it is good at like doing the manual things like writing code or something.
Right.
So that type of stuff AI can do, but it's really bad at answering the phone. It's really bad at running a drive-through. It's really bad at like
teaching children.
Yeah, like it can't be your front end person. And so I feel like that's where AI is really failing.
Yeah.
So men need to fill those positions.
We've gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Guys, we've gotta get on
top of it.
Teaching and healthcare is the future.
Yes.
Because otherwise your future is living in your parents' basement.
Or programming AI.
I don't know that there's going to be a big field of stay-at-home staff. I'm just going to keep saying it. Our food fight calendar is getting very full. We're going to have to make some tough decisions.
We're going to have to make some cuts.
We're definitely, I feel like...
Not everyone's going to make this roster.
It's not, we just don't have... enough calories in our diets to be able to eat all these things. But another contender to be on a future food fight is Krispy Kreme's autumn seasonal collection of donuts.
Okay.
These are some pretty good options. They're bringing back the Biscoff cookie butter donut and the pumpkin spice cake donut. But what they are adding that is brand new is the cafe mocha donut which is an original glazed donut dipped in chocolate icing and topped with coffee-flavored buttercream swirl and one single mocha bean.
That sounds right up your alley.
Yeah, that sounds nice. And then this, you talk about right up my alley. Maple cheesecake donut.
Ooh, I much prefer the sound of that than the coffee donut.
I think the last few years, maple has started to make a strong case to be like a new fall flavor, kind of like.
Yes.
I don't know if anything can ever compete with pumpkin spice.
I'm not a big fan of the pumpkin spice. I like pumpkin bread, but I would much prefer if maple was the top flavor.
Yeah, well, I prefer if maple just is still available all year round.
It should be, yes.
But
yes.
It definitely feels like, I wonder if it's almost like the color. Like maple is like a fall
Yeah,
color.
it's got like a...
And maple leaves are always like the leaves you associate with the colors changing.
It's got an amber tone to it.
But the maple cheesecake donut, it's a donut filled with cheesecake cream, dipped in maple icing and topped with graham-flavored crunch and a maple drizzle. Now that sounds good.
That sounds yummy.
So that we might have to go ahead and try that from Krispy Kreme.
I think so too. You know, we've got football preseason going on right now. These coaches making some hard decisions for their teams.
Yeah, the cuts.
We are needing to make some hard decisions for these food fights.
I think we're taking votes. We're open to your input.
Open to suggestion.
Here's the list. We have these Krispy Kreme fall donuts. We have the the Oreos that we mentioned earlier this morning.
All three Oreo
new flavors that drop next week. There's chicken and waffle Oreos. Then there's chicken and waffles at Chick-fil-A, which drops next week as well.
That feels like a must. Like that guy scored a touchdown in the game.
Like all of these feel like must though. And then I've already had people requesting the Harry Potter menu from Tim Hortons.
Yes, I've heard lots of people talking about that too.
And there's mystery Chip Ahoy cookies.
Okay.
You're supposed to guess what the flavor is.
Okay, that sounds fun.
I know, but can we possibly do all of these?
I don't know.
That's a challenge.
We're gonna have to. Well, you know what? We're up for challenges, though.
We are.
We're up for this. This is what Food Fights and Radio U Mornings is here for.
Mm-hmm. If you could pick one that we don't do, what would it be?
It'd probably be the Chips Ahoy. It sounds the least exciting to me.
Yeah, and but it's also the easiest.
It is the easiest, but also with it being like a mystery thing, it's like the least sellable to me. This is me putting on my marketing brain, and I'm like, it'd be much easier for me to market. We did a food fight with the Tim Hortons Harry Potter menu than being like Chips Ahoy mystery. You know, like it's fine, but it's not as exciting.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm the one I probably care least about is the Tim Hortons Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because I don't like Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's fair. But it
I do
is
like
big.
Tim Hortons. And Harry Potter be easy to,
Lots of people be looking up Harry Potter right now.
Do you have a Harry Potter costume?
I don't.
Me neither.
I was not big into Harry Potter. My parents wouldn't let us kids watch it.
Maybe we could find one at like Goodwill.
I'm sure there has to be one out
there. Has to be.
Just get a stick from the backyard.
I want to point out that the Indiana Fever beat the Atlanta Dream in an overtime game where Angel Reese had a shot at a game-winning layup and she missed it.
She missed the layup, and the best part was I saw pictures of it, and Caitlin Clark's just laughing in the background.
Yes. I wanted to mention that because we talk about the WNBA, and every time it seems like it has nothing to do with the actual basketball game.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about to do. So I just wanted to mention some basketball, some actual women's basketball.
The Fever have been playing really good, and I'm excited because I think we might finally see Caitlin Clark actually have meaningful minutes in the playoffs this year.
It seems that way, but I also don't know how the WNBA playoff format works, so I guess maybe we'll find out. But the other reason that the WNBA is in the news is because they are now apparently fighting it out with the Chicago Cubs and Washington Nationals over the letter W.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a high stakes fight of everybody's mad at each other, but they're just trying to sort things out because the WNBA recently filed a trademark application for, quote, the W for use on basically all kinds of merch. But the Cubs and Nationals both notably use the W already on their merch. The Nationals, obviously, because it's the Washington Nationals, their logo is a W. And then the Cubs have used this W sign which is
flag.
Since like the 30s.
I was gonna say that's been around for I was gonna guess over 100 years, but close to 100 if it's been since the 30s.
And so of course they've used that over time on all kinds of merch and stuff like that. So they want to be able to continue doing that without, having any conflicts with the WNBA and the W merch that they want to make.
Yeah.
So they have to sort this all out.
Right.
How fun. But at least nobody's mad at each other, it seems.
Yeah, that's a good thing, I guess.
They're just trying to create, quote, clear boundaries.
Okay. Yeah.
But the WNBA already has filed a trademark for the W, but in a different context.
Okay.
Where that is for like basically media stuff.
Oh.
So I think if you go on ESPN, they'll call it the W a lot. And like they have, I don't know, like coverage that's revolving around the W.
I just want to say quickly, I don't care about how this works out. I mean, I'll always associate the Chicago Cubs with the W flag. Mm-hmm. And I see the W all the time on the Nationals uniforms and all of that. Like they've got the script W. Mm-hmm. And I don't have any problems with the WNBA necessarily calling themselves the W, but it feels a little bit like trying to make fetch happen. It's like Gretchen, it's not going to happen. And no one's going to call it the W other than ESPN when they're...
Well, I've heard people call it the W.
I've never heard a legit person that's just a regular everyday person be like, yeah, I watched the W last night. What?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the right context.
No one would ever say that, and no one would understand what you mean.
It's just efficient because the WNBA is way a lot of you still have to say the, and then you also have that NBA.
I think WNBA is quicker, actually. Just saying.
A journalist from the Daily Mail experimented with something that we've discussed here on the show, grief tech.
Oh, yeah. I do remember this.
Which is creating an AI version of yourself for after you die. I feel like when we discussed it, it was presented more as like, you could create somebody that has died.
Right. It was in your hands to be able to do this to somebody like a family member or something so you could say goodbye. Rather
than preemptively doing it for yourself before you die. But nevertheless, that is what this journalist did. However, when he went ahead and did this, what he found was that showing it to friends and family, they were not impressed at all.
Oh.
They, in fact, had very negative reactions to his AI clone version of himself meant for after he dies.
Yeah, well, I have to say, buddy, this guy doesn't look much like you. Like, there's some things that look the same and some things that don't. The AI is much better looking.
So you think they would like it more?
No. If you have your son, you want your son. If you have your husband, you want your husband. You don't want an AI version of him.
Very British.
Yes,
the real version of him.
Very British, very pale.
Whereas the AI version of him almost has like some Scandinavian undertones.
Scandinavian or like American California, like he's got a tan. Yeah. AI has a tan.
This man has never been this tan in his life.
Never. Which if you have ever been to England, that's because he lives in England.
Yeah.
There's not much opportunity to get tan naturally there. You have to spray it on. So, but yeah, he doesn't look a lot like him. And so I would also be upset by this. Like, no, we don't want an AI. We want you. And why are you even thinking about this? You're a young guy. Like, are you trying to tell us something?
I think it was just I think he was just testing it out to see for the news. But I guess what would only be worse is if he showed it to his friends and family and they actually liked it more than him. They're like,
that would be bad.
We don't want to hang out with real you. We want to hang out with AI clone you.
Yeah.
That would be...
Can you imagine if you have a wife and she's like, ooh.
I'm pretty sure that's a Black Mirror episode, isn't it?
It might be.
If not, it should be.
Yeah, that's terrifying. No, thank you.
So I guess AI hasn't come far enough yet that people will really be comforted. But I mean, it's hard. It's also so hard to say before you're actually dead.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's also a chance they could change their tune once he's gone. If he,
and the AI really does comfort them.
If they're just looking for any, when somebody, especially if it's like unexpected and young and you weren't ready. If they pass away, then you just want anything.
This really is starting to sound like a Black Mirror episode. It's like parents that are just desperate to talk to their son again.
I think it's like the first season, and it stars, I'm pretty sure, what's his name? Domhnall Gleeson?
Oh, yeah.
Is he the one in the paper?
I think so. Yes, the guy with the red hair.
I think it's him.
Okay.
I think he's the star.
I don't remember that episode.
Black Mirror episode where his girlfriend or wife dies and he makes her with AI.
He replaces her.
I think that's what happened.
Wow.
Or vice versa.
Okay.
We just got a text in from Tim a few minutes ago. Tim said, you guys should do a segment about what you listened to over the weekend, just like how you do with movies in the box office breakdown.
I love that idea.
I've actually thought about this.
Really?
But I was trying to figure out like what the right way to go about it would be. But since Tim's asking, I mean, I guess we can share. But I also want to always hear from everybody else, especially with music.
Yeah, what have you guys been listening to?
Yeah, whether it's like something Radio U has been playing that you're really liking, or like something from a Radio U artist potentially, or not, that you've just been listening to a lot, you think maybe we'd be interested in.
Yeah, let us know. 8772 Radio U.
So what have you been listening to, Allie? I don't know if Tim means podcasts or music or both.
I think both can count. I also think audiobooks can count because I listen to audiobooks too every once in a while. So I will say what I've been listening to a lot over this weekend, it's kind of been on repeat for me the past couple days, is from Switchfoot off of their new album Forever Now. It's the song Natural Causes.
Okay.
I think it might be my new favorite off of the album. My brain kind of works in a weird way. I feel like might be a little bit of the tism showing here, but like I find songs at weird times that I don't like, and then later on I come back to and I'm like, I love this song and I'm going to listen to it a bunch of times now.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't like Natural Causes, but it didn't stand out to me when I first listened to the album, and now I can't stop listening to it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how my brain works. And I feel like it's an autistic thing. I don't know.
No, I think that's pretty normal. It's just most people don't get exposed. They don't expose themselves to like a whole album's worth of stuff over and over and over again to be able to find those different songs.
Sure.
But I think like if you just looked at radio generally, a lot of, not on Radio U, but like the songs that you hear, it's like, do you really like most of these or much more than anything else that this artist could have put out? Or is it just that you hear this one over and over again? So you're like, I know the words, so I like it.
Yeah.
So I think that's normal.
Okay.
I do think it's normal. And I listen to albums over and over again the same way to like, I'll find
the one, like. Find the hidden gems.
So what have I been listening to lately? I'm going to tell you what, if we're talking podcasts, I listen to podcasts all the time.
Yeah.
But the rotation doesn't change. It's always like the same stuff. So that would not be interesting to report on. Music-wise, for some reason, can we talk about how the Spotify shuffle just continues to suck?
It's so bad.
I know they put out the new different version of it, but the new different version didn't help.
It didn't change anything. It's still terrible. I hate listening to music on shuffle. I put things in queue because it just doesn't do a good job.
I don't understand, because here's the problem. I know a lot of people would complain about how it's like, oh, I have this playlist, but for some reason it plays the same song 4 songs apart or something like that. I never really experienced that because my playlists are so long. But what I do have is like, I'll put on a playlist and it'll play, here's the example, Graham Diploma, which I really like.
Great song.
And then I'll put on the playlist the next day, and this is a playlist of hundreds of songs.
And it'll pick Diploma again.
It goes back to Diploma, and I'm like, I like it. So I listened to that song multiple times this weekend. But it's just like, why does this what are the odds of this keep coming up?
I know. It's an algorithm. It's not a shuffle. If you've looked into it, it's actually an algorithm, and that's the problem. It needs to be a shuffle. Like, come on.
It just doesn't. I was complaining to my parents about this recently, and my dad theorized, especially when you have a big playlist, that it only it preloads like a certain selection of the playlist.
It definitely feels like that.
And so like if you have 500 songs on a playlist, it'll preload like 50. And that's why you just keep getting
the same ones.
Mix of those 50.
Yeah. I literally did a deep dive on it, like a video. This was the old version, so I think they've changed it since then. Mm-hmm. But it literally is a weighted algorithm system. It's not a true random shuffle.
The other song that came up for me a bunch that I listened to like intentionally is from the Throwback Channel. It's by FM Static.
Okay.
Definitely Maybe.
Okay.
I was throwing back.
I have not heard FM Static in forever. Yeah.
Well, check out the RadioU Throwback Channel.
Yes, always.
Let us know what you've been listening to, new or, in that case, old, at 8772 RadioU. Imagine if this was your job. Monkey Whisperer.
What?
8772 RadioU or the talkback button in the RadioU app. This is actually a profession you could have, particularly if you were in India, where they've now had to start hiring a team of, they call them monkey wallas.
Oh.
For their badminton stadiums in New Delhi.
Okay.
Because they've had
monkeys are trying to take over?
Yeah, they've had a history in the past. Monkeys kind of run rampant in India.
Yeah.
And in many cases, that's because they, I guess it sounds like, respect the monkeys so much that they don't want to interfere with them.
Sure.
But in some places, that's, it's different depending on where you go. In New Delhi, they're a little less tolerant of the monkeys. But that's possibly because the monkeys are much more mischievous there. And there's so many of them. And so they had a problem back earlier this year. They had the badminton world championships or something like that. A badminton. Yeah.
Didn't even know that was like a thing, but I mean.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
They have the India Open was in January.
Okay.
There was a incident with a monkey in the stands of the badminton Indian Open.
Yeah.
And so they have the world championships coming up.
Oh.
And to try to avoid this scenario happening again, they have hired monkey wallas whose job is to keep the monkeys away. How do they keep the monkeys away, you're asking?
Yeah, what are they doing? Is it a slingshot?
No, they do these people, these are men, 3 or 4 men, they have to imitate the calls of langurs, which are a different kind of primate that is the natural enemy of the smaller monkeys that would come into the stadium.
Okay.
And so because they're afraid of these bigger primates, but not afraid of the bigger primate that is a human, they will stay away.
Okay.
And here, while this is something in India that this is now a thing, we have rhesus macaques here in Florida too.
Yeah.
That have started kind of like, the population is out there.
Yes.
We might need monkey wallas here in the United States. Especially near Nikki.
What call would the rhesus monkeys get scared of to like get them to run away from something?
In the United States?
Yeah.
Are
eagles a predator to monkeys? I don't know if there's eagles in Florida.
You know what would be in Florida, but this doesn't have a sound? Pythons.
I literally think pythons and gators,
there.
both of them don't really have a sound.
Yeah. So that wouldn't really work.
You can make a slither sound. Can they hear that?
I don't know that would really work. I don't know. What else? What is there anything else that monkeys would be afraid of in the United States?
I don't know.
Maybe like...
Are there any big cats in Florida?
No. The problem is, right, there's no natural predators.
Yeah.
So I guess, there's pythons, but I don't think the monkeys are really getting, like, they're
not interacting with the python.
So I don't know that there's a sound that comes naturally.
That
would have
scares
to be
them.
Something that we actually do.
Yeah.
Where they know that that these humans are something to be afraid of.
Had to be like really loud sirens or something.
Yeah.
Pots and pans banging together.
Or maybe the fear of the langur call is just innate in them.
It could work.
If we could learn to imitate that.
Yeah.
I wonder how much money there is in monkey walling. Because I feel like it's a field in the United States we're going to need to develop.
Okay.
Clearly. We're going to have to do some research.
Yep.
And do some practice. And maybe this will be at the forefront of it.
You will be at the Monkey Walla tryouts. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.